What's going down, y'all? It's your boy JRose, aka Mr. East Columbus stand-up himself. I want to shout out to Central Ohio creators for this podcast, man. Tap in, do some business, get it in.
Central Ohio creators, we back with another special episode. Right here, I got someone in the city of Columbus right now that is making a lot of noise in the city when it comes to the music industry. I got JRose TFK in the building, y'all.
How's it going, y'all?
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here, bro.
No problem.
You're making a lot of noise in the city right now. We just wanted to make sure we caught up with you. So the first question I got for you is, growing up on the east side of Columbus, how did your environment shape your music and your entrepreneurship?
Basically just growing up in my personal life, broken homes, families ain't really, what I'm saying, poverty. Schooling, I went to probably every school, like, around Columbus, but and just moving back and forth to Atlanta and then back and coming here, not trying to say like, oh, I'm from Atlanta, but that was my dad's side of the family down there. But just growing up and just, seeing my mom being a single parent, and it just showed like, dang, like, my mom's struggling for real. Now that I'm older, I realize that. But when I was younger, it was just like, we wanted Jordans, we wanted this, we wanted that, but we couldn't do it because mom was trying to pay the bills. But other than that, it helped me grow into, because I wasn't raised by no father. So it was just like, I jumped off the porch and I just started learning. I'm kind of like hard-headed, so it was like I had to learn the hard way, in and out of DH and, just stuff like that until I realized, the talent that I got to make me be who, who I am today. So I had to use that and improvise and be like, okay, I could really be an entrepreneur. I just got to do it the right way.
What inspired you to start 100 Solid Entertainment, and what does the label's name mean to you personally?
It means a lot to me personally, for real, because of, just being incarcerated and just knowing, like, the streets is washed up, for real. You get a lot of people that want to be in the streets but really don't go by the street code or rules or, what I was raised by. It was more of, everybody just wanted to do it because everybody was doing it. It wasn't no option for me. I had to do it, Yeah. And I had to deal with the consequences that did it, But me going through that whole situation of doing a 7-year bid and just learning, like, myself, like, that whole time, it made me learn who I was myself. Me, I might have a big heart and all that, but that could mess me up in the long run. Yeah. And then it was just like, I was just solid, like, like, far as, like, not just, people take the solid thing and be like, oh, I didn't do nothing. It's more to it. You got to be strong mentally to even make it through life, period. It's too much that's going on in the world that we might be getting distracted by, or we might be wanting to do it because we see other people doing it.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like me seeing the situation of how it is in that third world. That's why I call it prison, like, and the people that's doing time in prison is a third world, because even though it's like the streets, it's way more grittier. Like, you gotta be on your 10 toes to be making it through that. Because it's easy for you to just fold.
Yeah.
You start missing your family. You start missing, your kids and, stuff that you love doing, and you can't do it no more. It's just like, you know what? You get the ones that be like, hey, I got some info. I need to get home. Yeah. But, nah, this way, it was just, I needed that time. I feel like God put me in that position. And I really, not trying to glorify me going to prison or telling the young ones to be like, hey, go to prison, it's cool, Like, nah, you gotta take time out your life to go through something to realize you need to focus on you. So that's what basically I came up with 100 Solid, and it was just like, I'm running with it.
How many artists you got signed to the label?
Braze, Prada.
Oh, you can shout them all out.
Brazy, from the south side, OTM Sonny from the east side. I got Prada, he's from Canton, Ohio, Massillon, Ohio. Shout out to Massillon, He's an upcoming artist on the R&B side. it's a lot of people that's you know what I'm saying, dealing with the label. It's just we don't know where their mind is with it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people is passionate with it. Some people just want to do it because we doing it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dice Game. You know what I'm saying? He came through and he got his own thing going on right now, but he 100 solid for real.
Okay.
You know, we got Obey, you know what I'm saying, from Main Street. We got a lot of people that's like affiliated, and we just right now we just living life, bro, and we just seeing like who could make it through the passionate side.
Okay.
Because it's easy for you to be doing something and I'd be like, damn, I could do that for real.
Yeah, but really do.
But you really do it.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't got the passion for it, so I don't really want to do it. I'm only gonna do it because I'm around you. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool though. You know what I'm saying? So we do got a couple guys that's around that wants to do it, but they mind. That's not the first thing.
Yeah.
My first thing is music, regardless. So and then my brother Brazy, that's his. You know what I'm saying? His thing is music too. So then Prada, and then you got Obey and Dice Game. Like we all a team, man. We hope the best for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just we want people to be on the same page as us.
Oh, no doubt. Your debut album, Reincarnated, is that out?
Actually, it was supposed to drop on all platforms.
Okay.
But you know, some stuff had happened, and it is gonna be. I'm gonna put it on all platforms. But I did, you know, drop it singly to where people could just start getting hip to certain songs.
Okay.
And I put it together and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and drop it. So it is dropped though.
Okay.
It is dropped.
What was the process behind that?
Pain.
Okay.
Pain for real, and just knowing the type of music that I want to do for real. Everybody's not into that. Everybody wants to do what everybody else wants to hear.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you know, I feel like after the 7 years, I just feel reincarnated for real. I feel like that, you know, I came back and I had a mission to accomplish and a goal to reach. So I was like, I'm gonna just name it Reincarnated.
Oh. How long did you start writing it in prison?
See, you can ask anybody that's did prison time, right?
Yeah. And
when we write music in there, it's just going off of emotions. So everything that I wrote in prison, it was basically about prison. So I had to come home like, man, don't nobody want to just keep hearing about prison.
Yeah.
And I had to face reality and start put my other side of thinking of, you know what I'm saying, people can still relate to the prison stuff, but people still want to relate to what's going on in the streets because a lot of people that's in the streets ain't been to prison.
Yeah.
So they can't relate to nothing that's in prison, you know what I'm saying? Only the guys that's been to prison.
Right.
And I wanted to reach for a bigger crowd. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to reach for something higher than I ever reached before. So it was just like, I just stuck with the pain music. So after that, it was like, okay, yeah, I could go ahead and make music how everybody else do, but still put the pain in and mix it and still be able to tell my story.
Oh, that's powerful. How do you balance your roles as an artist and a CEO of your own label? Because I know that got to be hard.
Yeah, man, it's stressful, bro. It's stressful. It's tiring, but I still maintain to be able to still get certain situations handled. You know, like just building the label and having them, you know, have certain positions to where they can help too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We do get a lot of people that come and believe in what we got going on. Shout out to Don Q. He's an engineer, a master engineer, and you know he basically had his own little thing going on back in the day, and he's just he's passionate. He wants to do certain stuff too as well, but you know just having that role is kind of hard. So it takes a lot off of my shoulders when I could teach, you know, my brothers certain stuff that I'm doing, and they could go do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's very stressful, bro. It's very stressful. So it's just like trying to do it independently. Yeah. Cause like I said, I grew up watching, you know what I'm saying, on Cash Money and No Limit and all that, and just seeing how they did it independently. It's hard, it's expensive, and you got to put yourself in a place where people respect it.
Yeah.
Cause don't nobody really respect it unless you buzzing.
Yeah.
People don't really respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to bring real music back. It's hard to do that when you got a lot of other type of music going on, which I don't knock. So I'm gonna say that I don't knock the music that's going on today. I love music regardless, and I love what they doing. But just having a vision of what you shooting for is different. So yeah, it's definitely hard. You know what I'm saying? Being the CEO and just president, whatever you want to call it, it's hard, bro. It's real hard. But I'm getting there. We making it through though. Yeah. We starting to networking and basically reaching out to certain, you know what I'm saying, other people that's big named and just trying to put stuff together.
Okay. So. What are some of the challenges you face so far when running your label? Like booking shows in the city got to be hard.
It's like I said, it's a popularity thing, man.
Exactly
It's a lot of. I'm gonna just be blunt with it since we, you know what I'm saying, we being live on an interview and stuff like that. Like it's a lot of dick riding. Like you know what I'm saying, like people might sleep on you today.
Yeah.
You might go ahead and make a big move out the city. And now everybody want to be around you. Everybody want to be your friend, or everybody want to have your name in their mouth now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop that, man. We got to be able to see the real shit.
Yeah.
We got to be able to see what's really going on. Like, besides all the hard work that everybody putting in. Everybody put in hard work. Don't get me wrong, because I do my background search. Like I be looking all over social media and I be watching other artists do their thing. So I don't knock them for doing their thing, but it's just like you got other artists that slept on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. So it's the challenges for real with me is just dealing with certain people that at that moment they see the vision.
Yeah.
But they don't want to. They say they want to be a part of that vision, but they don't want to really be a part of that vision because in their mind is money.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, money is a thing that, you know what I'm saying, that you need to eat off and feed your family and stuff like that. But the thing with Ohio and our city in particular, if we come together, then we can have that spotlight.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We can have a better spotlight. But right now, it's just like the spotlight's only on a few artists.
Yeah.
When the whole city talented.
Yeah, the whole city talented. It's been like that an issue for a while because like my dad was a local rapper in the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's his name?
He go by Mo. He was part of Clemens Mob.
Okay.
Yeah, he coached for the Clemens Ice now.
Okay.
And like back then it was like a popularity contest.
Right. And it's just that's just the city thing. Like it's gonna take for, you know what I'm saying, certain artists or 100 Solid to show y'all how to really do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't do it by yourself, man. You can't. So that's why I sit here with my label and I let them know, like, you know, as far as like past beef or anything like that, like if y'all doing music, let's do music. Because it's gonna show the youth they was beefing. Now they linked up and they making great music. And that's what the vision is to 100 Solid is just, you know what I'm saying, we being solid and humble at the same time. We willing to work with anybody in the city, but you gotta have that mindset of, oh yeah, like you can't have that negative mindset. Like you get a lot of people that be like, oh yeah, he hit me up, he just wanted to work, you know what I'm saying, I should charge him. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, especially we all trying to put
Columbus on the map. But why do it separately when we all can do it together? Like, it don't make no sense, bro.
We gotta stop that clicked up shit.
Yeah, it's just, if you're doing music, just do music and do it the right way.
Yeah. Now, as a tattoo artist, how does your visual art influence your music?
So being a tattoo artist, you know, before it used to be about money, but now it's another passionate thing that I got up under my belt. And, you know, I'll be able to talk to people and learn people. Like I said, when I did prison time, I used to talk to people and just be like, dang, like people that got problems that's way worse than mine. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and just take my problems and think like the world gonna revolve around me. You know what I'm saying? So when I do tattoos, it's just basically therapy for me. You know, I might get some people that just annoy me, so and then it's like, oh, they gonna hurt me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's just me doing what I love doing. It just helps me with my mental. You know what I'm saying? And just being a tattoo artist, it helps with my craft because it's like, okay, I get better and better. And then as I'm doing, you know, tattoos and just meeting different people and seeing what they are basically venting to me about, I try to put that in music too, because it's like I want to get everybody's problems or whatever they going through in life and put it in my music, so that way they could be they already a fan of my tattoo work, so why not be a fan of my music? You know what I'm saying? It's all about having a great personality. Like, definitely, you can't be a fucked up tattoo artist and be mean and stuff like that, and people try to support you. You can't.
Yeah. Are you self-taught?
Yeah, I was self-taught.
Okay.
But I did have a couple guys around the city. Shout out to Tattoo Tone. He basically helped me with a lot of stuff with the past years of growing up. So you know, just going through that little phase of learning, it was just like, yeah, I learned on my own. I fucked a couple people up back in the day when I first started, and they hit me up like, man, you did my first tattoo. And when I see it, I be like, damn, I did that. I be like, sorry to myself, but you know, they still support because of the person I am and just having a good personality.
What's one of the biggest lessons you've learned since starting this journey as a music artist?
Just basically just stay on your page and on your road of doing how you want to do it. Stay in your lane, because everybody else got their own opinion, and you know, it's a lesson to me, because it's like dealing with certain people, you know how to deal with them. Yeah. Just because you done dealt with a lot of celebrities or whatever the case is, you still living in Columbus. Right. You know what I'm saying? So just like me, so I'm not gonna look at you no way different until you cross that line, and now I gotta, you know what I'm saying, look at you different on the negative side. Yeah. You feel me? Like, I'm still trying to be the humble person about it, but it's like I said, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on in the city that's just like, it's making me want to take my talent somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I feel like taking it somewhere else ain't gonna do nothing for real. A person that stays in the city, and then it shows that, you know, you might have some negativity in your comments or negativity in your statuses on social media or whatever the case is. They're like, oh yeah, he about to give up. That's what they want you to do. They want you to give up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was in jail. Like, they want you to fold. They want you to give up. They want you to just get comfortable with this so you could be here forever. Yeah. But when you show them that, you know what I'm saying, you could defeat that, then that's when you win. Right. So that's how I look at stuff.
You said you from the east side of Columbus, right?
Right. So when I was younger, I grew up in East Haven. Okay. And then, you know, my grandma, she stayed Livingston and Barnett area forever. Rest in peace to her. But I went to schools all on the east side, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I did go to Marion Franklin because my mom didn't want me to go to Independence. So all my friends went to Independence, and, you know, we was getting in trouble and stuff like that. So she signed me to Marion Franklin. So I started being, you know, affiliated with the Southsiders and seeing who was all out south. And, you know, that's when I started making friends out south and stuff like that. But like I said, I've lived on every side of town. But if they say JR, you know what I'm saying, that's what they called me. Hell yeah, he from the east side. So from the skate ring days to everything, playing basketball at Barnett, like, that's my side. I got to put on for the east side. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely love it. I love my city, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to show, you know, not just the youth, but other artists or whatever they're doing, like, you could do it. You just got to put your mind to it and keep all the other stuff, the distractions and all that stuff away. Yeah. Like, you can't fall for that. It's easy to fall for, you know what I'm saying, getting into somebody else's stuff. Like, it's just so, it's crazy. Because when you do prison time, it's just like you just doing your time by yourself.
Yeah.
It's moving slow. Your days go by fast because you doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, more time, you spending more time doing one thing.
Yeah.
So I might spend 4 or 5 hours working out. That's half the day. So it's like out here, it's like you got everything to do, but you got business to handle, you got bills to pay, you got, you know what I'm saying, out here, and there you don't gotta worry about that. So it's easy and more calm for you to not worry about stuff.
Yeah.
Until you start getting messages or mail saying somebody passed or just, you know, you feel me, like the hard stuff. But other than that, like when you come home, it's just like it's too fast. You gotta figure out like what you trying to do here to get the bills paid. Then you gotta figure out here to get, you know what I'm saying, other stuff taken care of. It's just a lot, man, for real.
What type of legacy do you hope to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Honestly, I just want my voice heard. I just want my story told. So it's to the point now, it's like, you know, everybody doing music, and I love that everybody doing music.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't know the story.
Yeah.
I can't hear your story in your music. And like I said, I don't knock nobody that make other type of music, but I'm more big on, I'm trying to figure out who you is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, you know what I'm saying, this person that, you know what I'm saying, besides the cars, the money and all that stuff, who is you really?
Yeah.
Because don't nobody do that. Everybody got money, everybody got cars and all that.
Yeah.
And I once made a status like, you didn't come into this rap game rich.
Yeah.
So why speak on it? I can't say that I heard, you know what I'm saying, like it's a couple artists that, you know, that's popping, and I can't really say, oh, I heard his life story in one song, at least one song.
Yeah. There's a lot of that out here.
Yeah. I mean, so that's why I said, like, I'm just trying, for far as my legacy, like, I'm just trying to be heard. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just show that somebody did it the right way.
Yeah.
Then just thinking that it's gonna happen overnight, and then you just get everything that these rappers got. You gotta think celebrities actually been through that struggle.
Yeah.
That's when they was the best at what they did.
Yeah. No, that's real shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's when they spoke real shit in their music.
Yeah.
So, you know, as us older, as being older and listening to music, we know, like, all right, that's when he was hard. You know what I'm saying? We could point out when they was hard, because they was really being versatile in their music.
Like me and my partner was talking about your music earlier. It was like, we see like similarities to like early Jeezy.
Yeah. It's just more about, it's just for real. It's just more about you putting your truth out there.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta sit here and fake it to nobody.
Right.
You ain't gotta lie to kick it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's just like, and it's just like when you go through certain stuff in life, you're gonna be able to realize and read through that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't sit here and approach me as an artist and I know you.
Yeah.
I know what school you went to. I know what you did when you was younger and shit like that. But it's just like, you probably, you know what I'm saying, accomplish some stuff.
Yeah.
But it's about who you really is. I ain't never changed up.
Yeah.
I always been the same person, and anybody to this day will tell you that. I'm not one of them that see you at the corner store or see you at the gas station and don't speak. I'm still gonna speak. I'm still gonna be me. I feel like that's what's gonna make me leave my legacy, because can't nobody say, oh, he was a fucked up person. I might have did some fucked up shit back in the days, but it's like, I probably fixed them. You know what I'm saying? I probably rebuilt them burnt bridges and, you know what I'm saying? All that. Like, so it's different when somebody could sit there and tell you, like, oh yeah, he changed. He's still the same person.
Yeah.
He's still a big ass kid, or he still play around, or whatever the case is. Like, that's just me.
Do you think Columbus has its own sound?
Honestly, I think it's certain artists
Yeah.
that makes Columbus' own sound. And you know, me dealing with my label, I'm trying to show just to be you. Not trying to sound like nobody else.
Yeah.
Just be you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a soft voice, don't be angry on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that's what I'm just saying. Like just be you, because that's gonna show, you know, Columbus' sound. Everybody be like, well, what's Columbus sound supposed to sound like?
Yeah.
It's about how we talk. It's about what we talk about. That's what a sound is. You hear people that's in Atlanta, they speaking about Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's what Atlanta sound is.
Yeah.
Now, if we speaking about Atlanta and Cali and all that stuff, nobody gonna know that this what Columbus sound like.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's like a melting pot here. Like if you talk to the older rappers from the 80s and 90s, they say the Chronic was our sound.
Right.
Yeah, but if you talk to like the 20-year-olds, they grew up on like King Von and them, so they're gonna sound like Detroit.
Right.
Do the drill music.
Yep.
So.
And it's just like I said, it's artists that's out here. Let me switch that up. It's rappers out here.
Yeah.
Because I have two different, you know what I'm saying, my two different opinions on artists and rappers. And it's just like the rappers is the ones that be like, oh yeah, bro, you might as well rap. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You got the look or you got the sound or whatever, but that sound hard.
Yeah.
But it's just like, we don't have that guidance in our city to be like, just be you.
Right.
So 100 Solid is the guidance. We got people that's popping and that's doing big things in Columbus that's not even telling the youth that.
Yeah.
It's not telling the other, you know what I'm saying, the younger rappers or artists, you know what I'm saying? Because, see, this is the thing. It's a lot of artists in the city, right?
Yeah.
You not going to know about them until you discover them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, radio station not going to do it.
And see, that's the thing, though. Like, it's not going how it used to be back in the day for us.
Yeah.
Where we had to put millions of posters up all over the city to get known.
Yeah.
It's social media. So you can sit there and put your Black Forces on and a ski mask on and make a drill song, and now you popping.
Yeah.
Until you take that ski mask off, motherfucker gonna be like, damn, that's him. And then that's when you start getting the controversy and all that.
Yeah.
With my label, I'm trying to make sure if you rapping about that, that's what people know you by.
Yeah.
If I'm rapping like this, that's what people know me by. That's 100 Solid to me.
Right.
That's gaining them type of fans that know you.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna be like, hey, dude in y'all's label, y'all gotta tell him stop rapping like that because he don't rap like he not that person.
Yeah.
Not one person ever came to nobody in my label that said that. You get what I'm saying? So
that's big.
we trying to build and show. I'm not just trying to say that 100 Solid only got Columbus sound. It's a lot of artists out here that got a Columbus sound. Just because they throw auto-tune on there don't mean they trying to be like something else. Right. That's just what's popping for them or fit their voice. You can't sit there like people have these opinions all day about having our own sound. Like, we got a sound.
Yeah.
Me personally, a Columbus sound is speaking about what goes on in Columbus.
Yeah.
That's our sound. We got our own language, bro.
Yep.
Fuzz.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, certain stuff that we say that Columbus people gonna be like, oh, he from Columbus.
Yeah.
That's what a sound is. So it's definitely, that's my opinion on a Columbus sound.
Do you have a message for the Columbus youth?
Be yourself. Be you. Don't sit here and be followers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, as a younger person, like, we all go through that. Especially in my situation, I ain't had no guidance. I ain't had no big homie. I ain't had none of that because I was the black sheep around this whole city. My mama stayed on every side of town. And I got into bullshit on every side of town when I was younger just because, you know what I'm saying, I didn't have that guidance. So it was just like, me telling y'all, it's just like, it's okay to be yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the streets so washed up. You want to go to jail and say you got told on just so you can have some clout? Nah. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But don't have that as your everyday thing of waking up like, oh yeah, I'm about to go do this just so I could go to jail to get some clout. Like, no. Because once you go cross them gates, then you're gonna have a whole different mindset.
Nah, real shit.
It's just like I said, just be you, and if you don't want to rap, you don't have to rap. You could do so. You could be better at something else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just some people got it, some people don't. It's okay. It's okay nowadays to be a square.
Yeah.
Because a square gonna keep you out of trouble. A square gonna keep you out the way.
Right.
You want to be that nigga that had that name in the streets now? Then back in the day, it was different.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because we grew up on a different type of street code.
Right.
But now, all you doing is going to the busted, getting comments up under your busted picture.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you could just know and understand, like, you feel me? Like, my message to the youth is just be yourself, because you're not gonna understand a lot of stuff until you go through certain stuff.
Right.
So why sit here and if they looking up to a lot of the popping artists in the city, you know what I'm saying? Like, and try to be like them, you're not giving your own sound. You're not being you. It's cool to be real with yourself and show you who you really is in your music. If you doing music, if you I get a lot of kids that's in that, you know what I'm saying, that age bracket that come to the tattoo shop, and you know, I chop it up with them a lot. They play basketball, they play sports, they into that. You feel me?
Yeah.
They don't care about that street shit for real. And so that's when I realized, like, dang, like, it is some kids out here that just be them.
Yeah.
But you get the ones that don't want to be them. Like, they want to be like the next person. They bigger homie, supposedly. Or, you get what I'm saying? Like, just the people that they around, just so that they can start getting their name up. That's not how you get your name up. Right. You get your name up of being yourself.
Right. Yeah, you can't fake it.
Right.
What's something that resonates with everyone in Columbus besides the Buckeyes?
What you mean by that?
Like, something that everyone in Columbus would, like, know.
In Columbus?
Yeah. Like, we've had people on the podcast say bro.
Oh, you just talking about, like, far as, like, just something that's a Columbus thing?
Yeah, that everyone would know.
I mean, you can't really, I don't know, bro. Like,
some people say, like, the city center.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so you basically saying, but see, you can't really say stuff like that because the younger don't know.
They don't know.
The youth don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? The city changed.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, if you want to be technical, if you really wanted me to put something on an interview where somebody could just know, Jackson Pike. Jackson Pike.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you definitely know. So, but nah, like, it's a lot of stuff in Columbus that, you know what I'm saying, people could resonate, you know what I'm saying? Campus, Scully's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anywhere, like, it's every side of town got its own little thing, you know what I'm saying? Hilltop, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fairwood, you get what I'm saying? So every side of the little town, like, you got something that you gonna know, like, oh, they from Columbus.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, but nah, it's a lot of stuff that, you know, if I was to say anything, I would say the city center, because that's where I was always at. You feel me? So,
who are some of the artists in the city you would like to work with that you haven't? Or you can name producers, artists. It can be R&B artists, anything.
It's a lot, bro. I can't really say that because my mindset is just way past a lot of artists.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I can't really be like, oh, I want to work with him. You know what I'm saying? Just in particular, like, I want to work with everybody, but everybody don't be on the same page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me being the president of the label. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking bigger picture.
Yeah.
I'm thinking QC. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that type of shit for real, because, like I said, it's a lot of talented people in the city that don't even get no type of acknowledgement.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and be like, oh, I want to work with this person. I want to work with this person. I mean, I done had conversations with a lot of people, you know, to work with but we don't work until we actually bump into each other physically and be like, oh, let's work.
Yeah.
Because everybody got this egotistic, or everybody don't have enough courage to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's some people that do music that's not really doing music.
Yeah,
that I want them to do music.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so when it comes to that question, it's like, I'm willing to work with everybody.
Yeah.
Just because I know, that's what goes back to the legacy. That's the legacy. I want to say I was able to work with everybody. Everybody could say, oh yeah, I was in the studio with 100 Solid, and they really about music. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about just going to the studio and just putting anything on a track. Like, we make real music.
Right.
So.
You have who are you currently playing outside of your label?
Outside of the label?
Yeah, like your top 5 current artists you listening to.
Like, just as far as like worldwide?
Yep.
I fuck with Lil Baby.
Okay.
I fuck with Lil Baby just because I'm more into like, I fuck with like artists that come from how I came from.
Yeah.
And that's me supporting them far as, you know, Mozzie. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that I'll sit there and play just because I know certain things that what they talk about in their music.
Yeah.
But it's getting to that point now where it just be like, some people's music, they get caught into that money so much, that's all they want to talk about.
Right.
I still, like I said, I'm a pain rapper. So when you talking about that pain stuff, it instantly, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It instantly clicked like that. So I definitely listen to a lot of people. It's just, I try not to listen to a lot of celebrities because I don't want to sound like nobody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I listen to my label. You feel me?
Yeah, so what do you think the biggest lie told about our city is?
The biggest lie?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the biggest lie, y'all? I need y'all.
Can't dress.
Oh, we definitely could dress.
Yeah, we've had people say that Columbus can't dress, that we don't support each other.
I mean, I could say that's not a lie though.
I mean, the older generation of artists, they support.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about like
overall,
like the overall on the city.
Yeah.
The biggest lie, like, I can't say nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their opinion.
Right.
Until people, you know what I'm saying? People show that.
Yeah.
That's like saying, oh, Atlanta don't like Columbus people, but when Columbus people be in Atlanta, we the main attractions.
Yeah.
So.
We don't hear about Columbus enough. That's the problem.
Exactly.
We don't hear about Columbus.
Exactly.
Definitely. If you could write a book about your life, what would it be called?
Reincarnated. Reincarnated.
Do you have a favorite place to perform around the city?
Nah, I wouldn't say I have a favorite place to perform, but if the question was would I want to perform somewhere,
Yeah.
then yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I want to be on that nationwide arena, Shotstein stage. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but other than that, like, I don't have a favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we affiliated with every side of town, so we trying to put on for every side of town. So we don't mind going to every side of town and performing. So I can't really say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Looking ahead, what are some of the goals for you, like musically?
Musically?
Yep.
Make it out, be heard.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody's goal is not the same. You get people that's cool with being stuck in this bubble in the city and they niggas bumping their music and shit like that. I'm trying to have overseas bumping my shit.
Yeah.
You know, like in the Philippines. You feel me? So Like my mom told me today, she was like, your cousins is always loving and liking your music, and when I call home, you know what I'm saying, basically to the Philippines and talk to them, they trying to get me down there to make some moves with my music, but it's just like, it's not the right time right now.
Yeah. How important is Columbus to you?
Man, I am Columbus. That's how I look at it. I am Columbus for real, because just being raised on every side of town.
Yeah.
And my mama used to do that shit because she didn't want me on the east side because I was always getting in trouble. Stealing cars or sneaking out the house and going to the skating ring, or even when I got older, like, just started selling drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love Columbus. You could take my eyes up and kidnap me and drop me off anywhere. I'm gonna make it to where I know where every place is in Columbus. So it's important for me because, like I said, Columbus raised me.
Yeah.
I ain't had my father, so like I said, like just meeting older people, my age people, younger people, like that's my goal.
Yeah.
That's my goal, is to do it for my city. I got Columbus on my back. Intentionally, like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just why not give other artists that's in my label that spotlight.
Right.
And to show what we doing. Like, we trying to do it bigger than what a lot of people doing. We got people that's really making moves with music and is not giving back to the youth.
Yeah.
I want to open up an artist development program, what I used to be in Stars. Rest in peace, Greg Croft.
I knew Mr. Croft.
Yep. So it's just like, I grew up like being a fresh 19 years old being in that program. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I learned the business at a young age.
Yeah.
I know how to talk to certain people, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to dealing with the music. I done did shows with the Rick James Band. You get what I'm saying? Like, I done did a lot of stuff. And it still ain't, I don't feel accomplished yet. You get what I'm saying? They flew me out to Cali. You feel me? Like, went to the BET Awards. It's so much stuff that you could do as an artist being from Columbus that you don't get acknowledged by, but it's like, just because my name ain't that person's name, I don't get acknowledged, or we don't get acknowledged, like, it ain't cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a popularity contest.
Yeah.
What's your songwriting process? We've had a lot of people come on here and say, oh, we don't write. Everything's freestyle. You still write?
I always write. I don't never sit there and be like I freestyled anything. Because if I'm a perfectionist, I want my shit to sound like what the type of music we grew up on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm about to go in here and freestyle some shit. Like, it's cool, people do it. But to me, honestly, you sound dumb saying that.
Yeah.
Because you're not putting no blood, sweat, and tears in this song. I'm not gonna bump it.
Right.
If I know, that's like my brother say. Brazy said, he said, bro, it's taking me hours and hours for this verse. But I love that though.
Yeah.
I'm not the type to be like, bro, hurry up and rush the song. I was, like I said, artist development program.
Yeah.
I used to sit in that music room playing a beat probably for like 5-6 hours. It took me 5-6 hours to write one song. You get what I'm saying? Because I was overthinking it and I wanted my shit to sound perfect. But now, I done did it for so many years to where it's like, I could just throw a beat on and I know what I know what crowd I want to reach. I know what audience I want with this song. If you know me by Pain music, then you'll be like, oh, here go another Pain song. But then if I don't do a Pain song, you're like, damn, I didn't even know you could do that type of song. So that's my writing process. It's all about what I'm going through at that moment. I could be mad as hell. I could write diss songs. I just don't do it. My brother Brazy told me, he said one day, he's a bar rapper. He didn't think I could do that. I came on one of our songs and what I do, Braze? So it's just I could be musically inclined.
Yeah.
It's just right now I'm just at a point in my life where I want to tell my story.
Okay.
If I gotta sit here on this camera all day and we can ask questions all day, I'd rather do this than do music because people ain't gonna listen to it.
That's real.
Some people, it's a majority percentage of people that's gonna listen to it because they can relate to that. But they'd rather sit here and watch us interviewing and talking and politicking or whatever, and you hit me with questions back to back. They're like, damn, this is what he trying to put in his music.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you put it in your music, you got to dumb it down or you got to, you know what I'm saying, for them to understand it.
Yeah.
But this real raw uncut. Like, I'm going to be real raw uncut.
Yeah. Not a lot of people in the city's even making that type of music right now.
At all.
Y'all got the whole lane right now.
Yeah, it's harder for us because we sitting here trying to jump in the trending lane.
Yeah.
When we really want to do this. So we might do a couple of them songs like that and we still tell each other and talk to each other like, man, I don't know. What you think? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, shit. Me listening to What the Helly and you know what I'm saying? Like, compared to that, I'm like, bro, you killed that shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like music. I could talk music all day, bro. Like I said, I've been in that artist development program for 8 years.
Yeah.
I was 19. I went to jail the age of 28. Greg died when I was 26. After that, I was lost because all I knew was get up every morning and go to the studio and help other artists or the youth work on music and stuff like that. That's why I said, like, my legacy is to build that artist development program because Croft had something.
Yeah.
But nobody really paid attention to it. Everybody thought it was just something else. You know what I'm saying? It was about it was really for the kids.
Right.
If you could get your little brother or your little sister in there and learn how to really do music the right way at a young age.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And labels don't even do that no more.
No, they don't. They don't.
Take these kids off of TikTok.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
You got hella motherfucking one-hit wonders out here. Nobody talk about that no more.
Yeah.
So we keeping music going. We trying to make every song relate for everybody. That's it.
You have any more music videos coming out?
My brother Brazy just dropped Switch Sound.
Okay, I seen that. Was dope.
You know, a lot of people just been waiting on a lot of stuff. We just been trying to, like I said, to go back to the one question where it's just like trying to run it and have everything together. And, you know, like I said, it's just me and him doing it. So right now, we trying to get it to where we can master gas to just keep dropping. Okay. So we definitely got some more stuff coming. Fuck Your Ex. That's gonna be the next video.
Okay.
That's what Switch Sound leads into at the end where it says to be continued. And we just trying to show people that we could do all types of music. So it ain't about just street shit. We can do R&B shit. We can do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can do a lot of music. Shout out to Kid That Cowboy because Brazy about to be featured on that next little project soon.
Okay. Oh.
So we just trying to show people, you know what I'm saying? Show people what we trying to do for real.
Your focus right now is pushing Reincarnated?
Nah, actually my focus is so crazy because I felt like just pushing that and doing these little shows here around the city, like they know majority of the songs of that. Now my main goal is to push my artists.
Okay.
Because I feel like, you know, I done built my platform up enough to where people watching. So why not go ahead and pass the little shit off, you know what I'm saying? And let them get the shine. Like, I'm not no greedy dude. I just want everybody that's around me to shine. You feel me? It ain't. Yeah. I'm still gonna be, you know, a part of it. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, I want people to see the versatility in this label. I want people to see the humbleness in this label. I want people to, you know what I'm saying, see certain shit that's in this label that y'all not doing.
Right.
Y'all, it's easy to do it.
Yeah.
If you ain't been watching me, you ain't been watching the blueprint. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to go up to Toledo or, Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, up in the upper, you know what I'm saying, the northern of Ohio and do features with them.
Yeah.
Why not do features with everybody that's doing music down south or out west?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because everybody's stuck on this Detroit sound. Tables turn.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna turn.
So once it turn, what you gonna go back to rapping like, you know what I'm saying, the next shit? Like, come on, be yourself. That's where it goes. Be yourself.
Definitely.
Because that shit ain't never gonna get old to you. It ain't.
Yeah. My final question for you is, what's the realest shit you ever wrote? Or have you wrote the realest shit you ever... Yeah.
Reincarnated.
Okay.
Reincarnated came from the heart. Like, all them songs on there, that's what really came from everything. But the song actually Reincarnated, that was, that I pulled that was just, and like, see me, I wrote that song probably in like 30 minutes. I usually don't write shit fast like that. But when I heard the beat, it was like, I'm about to go hard. And, at that time, I had a lot of shit going on as far as, like, being in Cali and dealing with that situation. It was just like, I felt like I was it was my time. So I felt like that was the hardest song, for real. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everything that's on that album is hard to me because it means a lot to me. So, when it comes from, like we was talking about, artists that's celebrities now, they first album was the hardest one. Right. I had to make sure my first album was hard.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure my artist that's on the label, they first album is hard.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's just versatile. You can't come the same way every track. 12, 13, 14, 15 tracks on the same thing. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. They didn't. They favorite rappers didn't do that. Right. When they first dropped their first album. You know why? Because they was going through that pain and shit. Yeah. They was going through the struggle. They was trying to see and really start that was when they was hungry. We always gonna be hungry. Right. I don't care if they gave me a meal, 2 meal, 10 meal, whatever today, I'm still gonna be hungry. Yeah. Cause guess what? When that money gone, what's next? You gotta go back to being hungry.
Right. So, no doubt. You got any final words?
Like I said, man, all music on all platforms. Official JRose on Instagram, JRose on Facebook for the tattoos. And once you go to my Instagram and you looking for the other artists on 100 Solid, they definitely on there. And to the youth, man, be yourself. To Columbus, I am Columbus. That's how I feel right now.
Central Ohio creators, we just finished another dope episode. JRose, thank you for coming through. Central Ohio creators, we is out.